領略天地之美，感受四時之味。當傳統節氣遇見總領事，會發生點樣嘅奇妙反應呢？每年2月4號前後係立春，24節氣中嘅第一個節氣，預示住新嘅輪迴嘅開啟。古籍記載，春氣始而燕納也。春風自東南方向吹嚟，大地回暖，沉睡萬物漸次蘇醒，北方大部寒氣日漸退散，華南地區則以草長鶯飛。蠔豉清水浸開，鯪魚煎至金黃，豬脷、粉腸、豬肉、豬肚洗乾淨焯水，蓮藕、胡蘿蔔洗乾淨切塊，將食材放入煲。慢火熬製2個鐘頭，南丸大利湯就完成啦。冬菇切片，韭黃切段，豬肉、雞肉切成肉絲。熱鍋，落料，翻炒調味。中國人自古有立春咬春嘅傳統，今日我要邀請一位外國朋友，好好體驗一番。杜律國先生，比利時王國駐廣州總領事，到廣州已經有第3個年頭啦。佢鍾意喺城市遊走，探索新鮮事物。作為一名外交官，佢認為只有充分了解在地文化，先可以帶嚟更適合當地嘅新元素。聽講佢非常欣賞廣式建築，今日我就要盡地主之誼，邀請佢去逛花園、賞春光、品美食。
Hello, Mr. Chun.
Hello, Vivian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How do you feel about the weather today?
Actually, it's a little bit chilly.
You know, today actually is the beginning of spring. It's a name of the first solar term of the 24 solar terms in China. Chinese people call it 春寒料峭, a cold snap in spring. If today is cold, it means that we are gonna have a warm spring. If today is warm, it means that a cold snap will follow.
Okay, but that's very good, because it seems that we are going to have a very nice spring.
Yeah, and by the way, where we are now is called Nanyuan Restaurant.
Yes.
It's one of the famous 4 garden restaurants in Guangzhou.
Yes.
And it was built in 1960. Do you like the environment here?
To be honest, I like things that are local. So I can appreciate the local environment. That gives me the idea that I'm really somewhere else, and then I can soak up new ideas.
You know, when we are appreciating the beautiful sceneries in this garden, it reminds me of a famous line in a traditional Chinese opera, which is called 牡丹亭, Peony Pavilion. It goes like, if you don't come to the garden, how will you know the spring is already here? So, speaking of the spring, I would like to invite you to cook a dish that's red spring in it. Do you want to try?
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. I want to do that.
Okay, so please this way.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, here we are.
Okay, I understood that we are going to cook now a dish that is really connected to spring.
Yes. Actually, the ingredients are quite simple. You can see we have some fillings here.
Okay, I really want to try it. So what should I do?
First of all, you need to take one wrapper.
Yes.
The next step, we need to fold the wrapper like this, like a
Yes.
half circle here.
Okay.
Okay. Take a spoon of the fillings. It's not too much. Put the fillings here.
Just here on
Yeah.
that.
On top of the wrappers. Hold two edges of this wrapper
Yes.
and fold it together at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, start to roll.
Okay.
Again. Last thing is we need to apply some paste
Okay, I will put
to the
some
edges
extra
here.
also.
Yeah. Roll again. Very beautiful. Well done. Do you know the name for this dish?
No.
It's called 春卷 spring roll.
Spring rolls, that is really good for this period of the time.
Yeah.
Of the year we have
Mhm.
spring coming and we eat special food for spring.
Because Chinese festivals are inseparable from different kinds of foods, so the spring rolls actually is the seasonal food for the beginning of spring.
I like it that you combine the simple things of life with a very sophisticated history and culture. That is very nice.
Now, by Qing Dynasty, among 100 dishes of the imperial banquet, the spring rolls actually had become one of the four main snacks at that time.
So it is really an imperial dish that we are going to eat.
Yes.
That is wonderful. I feel honored.
So I think that's it for us. We could leave this to the chef.
Yes.
So shall we go to the dining room now?
Okay, that's a very good idea. Thank you.
Please, this way. I think our spring rolls are well done.
Yes, let's try them. I'm really curious. You can start first. I will
Okay.
see how you do it.
Okay, you are such a gentleman.
Okay, good. And you're a gentlewoman because you put it in my plate.
You know, some Chinese like to hold it, touch it,
Okay.
and then smell it. Wow, it smells so good. And then you take a bite. How do you feel about it?
I really feel the crispy sound. So in spring, the fact that you hear sounds, it brings together with all kind of things that happen. It's like like a morning bell that wakes you out of the bed, you see, so the sound.
Well, it's a very good metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, during spring, there is a custom of breaking cattle sculptures, which is believed to remind the farmers to plant their fields. And also, it's a way to pray for bumper harvest in the new year.
I see that you attach a lot of importance to things that happen in spring. And it reminds me actually of a saying that we have in our language, that is, when the beginning is good, you have already done half of the work.
You know, there's a similar expression in China, which goes, the whole year's work depends on a good start in spring.
I can agree with that.
At last, try this great fortune soup, which I specially cooked for you for 2 hours.
Oh, delicious.
What I notice already, that is you put lots of different ingredients together,
Yes.
that you have a combination of different tastes, and then you make one whole of all these different parts.
Wow. I like the sweetness of the ingredients.
And you don't feel that there is one ingredient that is dominating. So it is a harmony of different ingredients.
Yes.
So they reinforce each other.
I guess maybe you haven't tried this before, the dry oyster. When you pick it and then you dig into the soy sauce
Yes.
and then take a bite.
Okay, good. So you really have the flavor of the sea, but in a gentle way. So this is really a good thing to taste. I really like it. I see that the turning table is a really interesting concept. It gives you the possibility to taste all the different ingredients, to combine it as you yourself wish it. Also the fact that it is a round table, this gives the idea that everybody is sitting together. So it is an idea of being inclusive.
Because circle has a special meaning in Chinese culture. It means auspicious. People like to eat with their family members in a circle table. because there are no edges between people. So it also embodies a kind of equality between people.
That is definitely also one of the strengths of Chinese culture. That is the harmony that you're trying to create, indeed.
You know, Linan Garden have a diverse and inclusive style because the designers absorb different garden elements. In this place, we could find the characteristics both in the gardens south of the Yangtze River and also those in northern China. You could also find some Western style here, like this marble. It was also inspired by Western culture.
When I was walking around in this garden, but also in the city, these Cantonese houses, I suddenly realized a real similarity between certain elements of architecture here and with architecture that you can find in Belgium, for example.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. And I thought I'm going to prepare a picture and just to show you. So I have it here. You see, this is really a Cantonese house.
Yes.
You have the form that is typical for the south of China. You will not see it in the north of China. Now, at a certain moment, people must have seen that here and they thought this is very beautiful. We are going to do that too. We take the same shape,
Wow.
so we import something from China and we put some local elements into it. And that is, of course, a very nice example how cultures can mutually influence each other and actually find the same things beautiful. Do you have maybe another element to show me that is a typical architectural thing and that brings together our cultures?
Of course, there are a lot of beautiful elements here. Let me show you.
Yes, thank you.
Please, this way. As you can see here, this is a Manchurian window. About 300 years ago, colored tinted glass was introduced to Linan area, and after being etched and polished by craftsmen in Guangzhou, it was inlaid in wooden panes, so it became what it is now.
That is very interesting. So the different colors, but also the meaning. Often glass windows were used to explain things to people. That is also an idea. The similar thing with the shape of the Cantonese architecture, a similar idea that developed in Belgium and developed here in China.
Oh, really?
So I show you this. These are stone glasses that you find in a church in Belgium. And the idea there was to show to the people a kind of story told on windows for the people sitting inside. And the idea of storytelling with images is still in use in Belgium, the comics, for example. I'm really astonished how a similar idea developed in two different parts of the world, in China and in Belgium.
I think sometimes actually human beings could create something just the same.
Yes.
Maybe even though they never met each other.
Thank you very much for this introduction to Chinese garden art and Chinese architecture. This was for me an interesting discovery. Just give me the opportunity also to show you some Belgian things and the fusion and the combination of food and way of life.
Oh, I would love to try and learn from your culture.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome.
Hello, Eddie. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you too.
I am very happy to be here because I know that you're a very good man to make mule frites and I'm going to eat them here. By the way, may I introduce Vivian?
Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Yes, so today I would like to invite you guys to cook with me the mule frites.
Yes?
Yes.
Can't wait to try it. Thank you. Mr. Trent, it's a really nice place here.
We are sitting at floor 100 here. For me, it's a unique experience.
It's like a city in the heaven.
That's a good point, like sitting in heaven indeed.
Wow. Wow, it looks good.
Yes, and it is well presented actually, very nice.
Wow, with the fries?
Yes, indeed, you combine the fries and the mussels. This is actually winter food, and so it is a combination to make you strong, to enter spring, and then to be able with a lot of energy to work again in spring.
So, how to eat this Belgian dish in Belgian manner?
You take one mussel, you take your fork, with your fork you take it out from the shell. And once you have it, then you can eat it.
Okay.
You can put the shell here. That is the way how you eat the Belgian way mussels.
Oh, it's easy to learn. So I wonder how Belgian people invent this dish.
So the invention is actually in the presenting a good thing, and also in how to make the simple food into something that tastes well.
So usually how Belgian people find the quality products.
And that is one of the key points behind the success also of Belgium. That is that you look around, you find the best products all over the world. So the processing is done in the country itself with the know-how that the people have acquired. And that is actually the essential point of innovation in Belgium.
Belgian people make full use of the advantages of other countries and making full use of their advantages too. That's pretty brilliant.
That is, yeah, it is a brilliant idea. I'm happy that you say it.
Well, I'm curious, what's the Belgian way to invent something new?
The innovation that we concentrate on is creating value added. So we have a goal, we see the goal far away, and it is like a line where you go slowly up towards your end product, an innovative product, and the process is on the way you add things. Now it's very interesting to compare that with China. In China it is maybe way doing it. If it is right, okay, I keep it in mind and I go further with it. If it is wrong, I start over again. It's a little bit like a circle. You have the line thinking and you have the circle thing. But the result is always that we, and you too in China, can create very innovative products, and we are both very good in innovation. By the way, China is for the moment working on electrical cars.
Yes.
So this becomes a really innovative thing from here.
Yes.
We in Belgium, we have big ports, the same as here in Guangzhou. There is a natural way to export them to Europe through a Belgian port, the port of Antwerp-Bruges, where you have the biggest facilities in the whole of Europe to bring them into the market. And this is a real combination how innovation in China and capacities that we have to work together.
Chinese auto manufacturing industry has developed rapidly in recent years. Like 1 out of 10 new energy vehicles came from China. In the first 11 months of 2022, China exported like 2.78 million cars, which made it the second largest car exporter in the world.
Yes, congratulations, congratulations, that's very good.
中國同比利時王國喺1971年正式建交，而家中國係比利時喺歐盟外嘅第3大貿易夥伴。
So, you know, we have here had the possibility to taste the mussels and the fries. There is actually another Belgian dish that is quite famous, that is the chocolate mousse. It is the same principle. You import chocolate from abroad and you make something fantastic, something high quality of it. Let's have a taste of it.
Oh, I would love to try.
It's good chocolate.
Good chocolate.
Yes. Actually, chocolate that makes me also thinking about world trade, because the chocolate is imported. That's one of the reasons why I like to walk on the river here in Guangzhou. So the river gives me an idea of connection to the world, and it makes me also think about the port of Antwerp. Is situated the same way as Guangzhou on a river, with big facilities and with a good connection to land that is lying behind it. It reminds me about all these opportunities about world trade and also how we can cooperate together.
I think in Greater Bay Area, because we have many important ports and airports, in the future there will be much more Chinese products we will deliver to Belgium.
Logistics is going to be one of the big themes where we are able to work together. Together with the ports, together with the airports, even train connections are working between our countries.
I think Belgium play a role like a delivery country.
I'm happy that you make that observation. Indeed, it is a little bit a combination of different things. That is also the reason why Brussels is actually the capital of Europe. It is a fusion of different cultures. It's one of the essences of an essential points of Belgian characteristics. Plans that are made here by the authorities in the Greater Bay Area is actually also a big improvement of offer and economic activity that is going to benefit to both of us all.
So after you being the Consul General in Guangzhou, did you discover any opportunities, received advantages of Belgium?
As a Consul General, you have to find and to observe the country around you and to see the opportunities based on similarities. Belgium is, again, a small country, highly populated, and so you have many people living on a small area. That creates problems with pollution. So one of the things that we developed well, that is clean tech. And we developed clean tech on different levels. Soil that was contaminated, water that was polluted, or the air that was polluted. And the know-how that we have there can be combined with the know-how that China has. And I really see in that similarity of a densely populated area as an opportunity to work together on clean tech. And like that, we started already the new year.
Yeah.
In a good spirit, in a good atmosphere. And as our saying is, a good start means half of the work is already done.
Wow, so at this moment, shall we propose a toast with our